In a world where mysterious gates unleash monsters into reality, hunters are humanity's only defense. Among them is Sung Jinwoo, known as the weakest hunter of all. Labeled an E rank, he is constantly underestimated, mocked, and pitied by others. Yet Jinwoo fights on. Not for glory, but for his family. His mother's illness and his sister's future weigh heavily on him, giving him a quiet determination that few notice. During a routine dungeon raid, the weak monsters are no challenge for the stronger hunters. But for Jinwoo, every battle is a fight for survival. And when the party discovers a hidden double dungeon, curiosity leads them into danger far greater than they expected. Within the chamber, giant statues stir to life. Doors slam shut, and the hunters realize they are trapped. Fear sets in, and Jinwoo faces a perilous trial that will test not just his courage, but his very limits. And soon, strange rules begin to reveal themselves. One by one, the hunters try to figure out how to survive, but mistakes come with deadly consequences. Amid the chaos, Jinwoo starts noticing patterns. The commandments carved into the temple might actually be clues to staying alive. With each step, the trial becomes harder, pushing the group to their limits. Sacrifices are made, fear spreads, and Jinwoo is forced to show courage, even though he's the weakest among them. By the end, his fate hangs by a thread, as he's faced with a choice that could change everything. Just as the massive stone statue prepares to finish him off, something unexpected happens. A glowing system window appears before Jinwoo's eyes, offering him a choice. It asks if he wants to become a player. After barely surviving the dungeon, Jinwoo wakes up in a hospital bed. Everyone believes he was lucky to live, but he knows something is different. That mysterious system window that appeared in front of him hasn't gone away. The system gives him daily quests to complete. And when he follows them, his body grows stronger. For the first time, Jinwoo notices his stats increasing, like a character in a video game. He begins training and slowly realizes that he's no longer stuck as the weakest hunter. After seeing his power steadily rise, Jinwoo decides that training isn't enough anymore. To truly understand how strong he's become, he enters a dungeon completely alone, something no E-rank hunter would ever dare to do. At first, the shadows of the dungeon and the monsters lurking inside feel overwhelming. But this time, Jinwoo doesn't back down. He draws his blade, faces the creatures head-on, and one by one defeats them. Each kill pushes his body and skills further, and he can feel the system rewarding him with growth. Inside the dungeon, Jinwoo faces waves of enemies until the true boss appears, a monstrous giant snake lurking in the shadows. For the old Jinwoo, this would have been instant death. But now, armed with his growing stats and new skills, he doesn't run. The snake lunges with terrifying speed and strength, but Jinwoo dodges, counters, and presses the fight. The battle is brutal, but each strike proves how far he's come. With determination and courage, Jinwoo finally takes down the towering Serpent. By the end of the raid, Jinwoo emerges alive, battered, but victorious. After surviving his first solo dungeon, Jinwoo's transformation becomes impossible to ignore. His once frail and skinny body now shows lean muscle, sharper eyes, and a stronger presence. Even his sister and hospital staff notice how much healthier and confident he looks compared to the weak hunter they used to know. That's when he's offered a new job, a raid that promises good pay. On the surface, it seems like an easy deal. Join a party, help with the dungeon, and walk away richer. Jinwoo accepts quietly, determined to test his limits again. But once inside the dungeon, things quickly go wrong. The monsters are stronger than expected, and the raid team panics. When a massive giant spider appears, the group abandons Jinwoo, leaving him to face the deadly boss alone. Despite the betrayal, Jinwoo doesn't hesitate. He steels himself, ready to fight the spider, using every ounce of strength the system has given him. After being left behind in the dungeon, Jinwoo faces the giant spider alone. His new strength and system-enhanced abilities allow him to dodge, counter, and fight strategically. The battle is tense, but he manages to defeat the spider, proving his growth. However, the danger isn't over. Some of the raid teammates who survived earlier monsters return. Instead of helping him, they see Jinwoo as a threat and attack him out of fear and jealousy. They underestimate how much he has grown. Jinwoo, now stronger and faster, easily counters their attacks, demonstrating that he's no longer the weak hunter they once knew. After surviving the giant spider and the betrayal of his raid team, Jinwoo's confidence continues to grow. He knows he can no longer rely on others, so he focuses on training and solo dungeon raids to push his limits further. Jinwoo takes on a dungeon alone, facing multiple monsters that are stronger and more cunning than anything he's fought before. Each encounter tests his reflexes, strategy, and stamina, and he begins to notice subtle hints from the system. Clues that he might be able to harness more than just brute strength. After countless solo dungeon runs, Jinwoo's power has grown at an unbelievable pace. His speed, strength, and instincts are far beyond what an E-rank hunter should ever possess. Other hunters begin to notice. Whispers spread that Jinwoo might have been hiding his true skills all along. Some suspect he's been concealing his rank, while others dismiss it as impossible. Not long after, he accepts a new raid request, one that pairs him with a group of hunters and dangerous prisoners working under special permission. At first, it seems like an ordinary dungeon crawl, but Jinwoo quickly notices that something is off. The dungeon's monsters are weak, far too easy for the group's level. Yet, the leader Kang Taeshik acts strangely, keeping Jinwoo on the sidelines, where he can keep eye on him. Tension builds, and Jinwoo starts to sense the trap. Jinwoo realized that he was right. Kang Taeshik's team and the prisoners plan to kill them and eliminate Jinwoo. Instead of being the victim, Jinwoo unleashes his true power. He wipes out the prisoners and betrayers with overwhelming strength, shocking everyone by the end. The system rewards him to be stronger, proving once again that Jinwoo is no longer the weak hunter everyone thought he was. After leaving the dungeon, Jinwoo doesn't hide what happened, but the truth is twisted. Official reports list the deaths as accidents, keeping suspicion away from him. Still, guilds and officials start whispering. His survival rate, his rapid growth, everything about him seems unnatural. A new notification appears from the system. Jinwoo reads it carefully, realizing this is more than a simple mission. With determination, he accepts the quest, knowing it's a path that will push him to his absolute limits. The air is thick with tension, and every step echoes through the dark corridors. Creatures attack relentlessly, testing his strength, speed, and instincts. Each encounter feeds the system, leveling him up and sharpening his abilities. Deeper inside, the threats become deadlier. The monsters move faster, strike harder, and force Jinwoo to adapt on the fly. At the heart of the dungeon, a massive boss emerges. Jinwoo knows this is the ultimate test, one that will decide if he can truly rise above all hunters. Igris attacks with overwhelming force. Each strike is precise, deadly, and seemingly unstoppable. Jinwoo dodges, counters, and strikes with everything he has learned. The battle stretches to the limits of his endurance, testing his speed, reflexes, and combat instincts. As the fight rages on, Jinwoo begins to see the boss's patterns. Every movement becomes predictable, every strike calculable. With relentless determination, he exploits these openings, landing decisive blows that wear Igris down. Finally, with one final precise strike, Jinwoo defeats Igris. Exhausted but triumphant, he is rewarded by the system with a new ability, Arise, allowing him to resurrect defeated enemies as loyal shadow soldiers. Jinwoo focuses on Igris, the towering knight he just battled. With a command, the boss slowly rises from the ground, now glowing faintly with a shadowy aura. Its eyes, once full of menace, now follow Jinwoo's orders. The terrifying knight that had nearly crushed him is now part of Jinwoo's growing army, ready to fight by his side. This moment is monumental. The very enemy who was once the ultimate threat now becomes a weapon. The dungeon, once a place of death and danger, transforms into Jinwoo's proving ground. With Igris and the other shadows he commands, he can now take on far greater threats, and his power begins to scale beyond imagination.